Your original hometown dealer, Saida, Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
The burn moratorium isn't just a local piece, it's also actually a state piece, and in some cases it's actually federal because it's managed by BLM U.S. Forest. So when the burn moratoriums come out, they usually coincide with each other. However, they're incrementally, they occurred in different times this year, but there is a state ban on any open burning. And it coincides not only with the COVID crisis, but it's also with our extremely dry conditions. We've been having a series of days that are red flag warnings, and as you recall, red flag means that there's low relative humidity, high temperatures, and high winds. So good portions of Nye County have been in red flag warnings on and off for the past 2 weeks. And we've seen some significant fire, and with red flag usually means that there is erratic fire behavior, meaning that it can grow and intensify very short periods of time, grow, extend onto other properties, and can pretty much consume just different types of materials very easily. And we've seen those type of fires in the last 2 weeks. We've had some very significant fires that have occurred in Pahrump that have had some devastating property damage. Fortunately for us, there have been no injuries in those fires, and that's what, our endeavor is to make sure everybody's safe, obviously. But these fires are occurring, and the historic risk associated with many of these fires are in non-hydrated areas. So we need to be mindful on our ignition sources, whether they be, trying to have a campfire, unauthorized controlled burns you can't have, making sure everything's covered, even operating equipment such as welders and grinders on your property. You have to be extremely mindful of your activities and whether any slag could cause a secondary fire. We were in 2 fires within the last 2 weeks where every 10 seconds they were extending and doubling by size. And so if you were simply to have a garden hose that has a limited length or limited gallons per minute out of the nozzle, you're not going to be able to catch up, and it's going to just take off and go further and further away from you with the wind. More than anything, if an event does occur, make sure you call 911 immediately, because almost in every significant fire event that we have in this valley, there's a delayed, not only detection in many cases, but delayed notifications to 911.
Because they're trying to put out with their own hose?
Exactly. They're engaged in other activities, and nobody's taking the time to call 911 and get the resources rolling.